Hey gang, hello friends, hello gang friends, welcome back, welcome, thank you for joining me. I hope this video finds you well. If you're new then hello, my name is Jo and I do nail stuff, nail stuff. It's getting a bit theatrical, and the stuff she does when nails is done with nail stuff and stuff for nails. So today we're going to do an anti-Valentine set because you, Cupid. So we're starting with Blackout, which is a Gel Perfection colour. You can get all your Gel Perfection products at diamondglitters.co.uk and you can use code TEAMDG for a discount. So I'm doing 2 nails with Blackout and then I'm doing 3 nails with Bubblegum, the polish, not the chewy substance. And now I'm taking Blackout and I'm drawing a bird. Is it a bird? Yes. Is it a plane? You were right the first time. Doing a lazy M and then kind of just a C underneath it. Sideways C. A lazy C. Just a big old lazy alphabet. And then we're going to do the bottom lip by doing another sideways lazy C. Why am I saying lazy? You know, it's not properly curled. He's just sort of flopping a bit. It's a C on holiday. And then we're going to come in from either side, sort of like the top of a heart for the bottom lip there. You can bring the bottom part of the bottom lip down a bit if you want to make it a bit juicier. However you like your lips to look. And then I think I only do these 3. And I am flash curing as I go. Just to sort of keep everything in place, especially when you've got gel next to each other but you don't want it touching. It's quite good to flash it so that it doesn't sort of draw into itself and just become a big old blob. And now I'm doing some X's. These were kind of supposed to be like kisses, but at the same time like, no, you can't kiss me. So yeah, they're X's, but I didn't want them to be just brushstroke X's, so I wanted to make sure that the beg your pardon, I'm doing that thing where I don't breathe properly because I'm talking too quickly. Slow down. So I wanted the points, or not the points, the ends of these X's to be straight blocks. So I'm making sure to do that, but if, you know, you can just do line, that's fine too. So I did a few of those and I cured them, gave everything a full cure. I'm now topping it with Make It Velvet. No, I'm not. I'm lying to you. I'm topping it with Diamond Gloss, of course. And now I'm going over just the black stuff with Make It Velvet, because this set's got a lot of, like a mix of shiny and matte. So the pink on this one I wanted shiny, so I topped the whole thing in shiny, Diamond Gloss, and now I'm going over just the black with Make It Velvet. You don't have to do that. If you wanted to recreate them, you do, you know, if you didn't want to faff around with this bit. But it was a bit of a faffy set. I think anything with detail I consider faffy. So that's that one. It was really nice to rub your finger up and down it, like shiny matte, shiny matte, shiny matte, shiny matte. Just felt good. And now I'm taking Alaska, which is the Gel Perfection White, and I'm doing a heart. That's it. The end. That's all she wrote. I'm painting a heart and I'm going to cure it, and then yes, I'm going to cure it. I can't remember. It was the day before yesterday. What did you do the day before yesterday? If you can remember, then congratulations. You're not fucking ancient. I painted this, filled this in with white, and I cured it, and then I'm going to take Blackout again. I found instead of doing like the top part of a heart and the other side of the top part, doing one whole half first, kind of, which I suppose most people would do anyway, but I find that easier to kind of try and get a bit of symmetry. So I've cured it. I'm now taking Blackout again, and we're going to do a zigzag line through it, because the heart is broken, although... Is it broken, or is it just like, no, I'm fine without anybody there? You know? Interpret it how you will. This just can be interpreted in so many ways. It's very multi-dimensional. Not really, it's a broken heart. So I cured that black line, and now I'm taking Bubblegum and I'm going to go just over the white parts of that heart, and then we will cure that as well. What are you all doing? It's Friday evening right now. I'm in lockdown. Well, not just me, the whole country is. So this is what I'm doing for Friday evening. Let me know what you're up to in your Friday evenings across the world. I'm sure most people aren't up to a great deal during this whole thing, but are you allowed to go out? What's the story? What's the deal where you are? So I am doing nothing. Drinking Baileys. I flash cured the right side just to hold it in place, because I think where it went on the white and where I was sort of outlining the outline, it was sort of trying to shrink back a bit. So I just flashed that to hold it in place while I do the other half. And then that will have a full cure. I'm now topping that with Make It Velvet because I want the black to be velvet on this nail. So I'm going to do the whole thing in velvet now that we've got that on there. And then I'm going to, I mean, you could have done that, I suppose, before doing yes, you could have done that before doing any of the heart, but you know, this was a kind of, I roughly had an idea of what this set would be, but was kind of just hoping that once I sat down, I'd figure it out. So just kind of making it up as we go along. And now I'm taking Alaska and I'm painting straight onto this, because it's a matte surface. It's sort of, it's all right to paint straight onto. So I'm taking white and I'm doing a little banner. We did a banner on something the other day, didn't we? What was it? Oh, the Harry Potter set. So I did a sort of up and down banner, and then I'm taking Alaska still and just doing a little pointed ends of banner. Does that have a name? Who cares? So I'm doing it just above where the banner is on the left side and just below where it is on the right, which will make more sense once we outline it. So I'm going to cure that and then outline with blackout, trying to do thinnish lines. But obviously once we get to the bits that we don't know what they're called, I don't think they have a name. It's just the end of something. Then, although maybe if you're a tattoo artist, you might know what they're called anyway. But obviously you can't outline those bits because there's black around it anyway. So if you want to neaten up, I think I went and neatened up the sort of points. And then I cured the outline, and now I'm writing you. I don't know. Am I allowed to put this on the tube? I don't know. Surely. I watch plenty of videos with plenty of swearing. Speaking of, we've got a lovers and a haters today. So I'm writing that, and I'm going to cure it. I don't know if I'm allowed to have that in my thumbnail. I suppose I should check with the internet gods and see what I'm allowed to put on. But, you know, that's what we're writing. And then I'm adding a little bit of white, just a thin white line to a bit of a highlight. Classic, you know, school days drawing of a heart, and then curing all of that. And now I'm topping just the heart and the banner with diamond gloss. So I'm not going to go over the black that runs through the middle, the broken part. I'm going to just top over the banner and the pink. And then I think that's that for that one. I don't think we needed to say anything else on this nail. I think it says enough. It speaks for itself. I think I might have this made into a pin, or I could just use this nail into a little badge so that when I walk to the post office, nobody tries to talk to me, because everybody knows each other around here and you literally can't walk to the end of the road without 3 people stopping you and wanting to chat. They're all lovely people, love them dearly, but I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to go to the post office and come back home. That's why I dress with my hood up, sunglasses on, headphones on, looking down at the ground. Don't stop me, okay? Just let me do what I got to do and go home. I'm fine. How are you? Great. So now we are doing a big bird. So in exactly the same manner as the small lips we did on the other nail, we'll do this in Alaska. And I'll fill that in, and then we're going to cure it and then go over it with bubblegum again. And while we're doing that, let's have an episode of Lovers and Haters. Lovers and haters, lovers and haters. Our first lover of the day is Michelle Swift. She says, love your videos. You're hilarious. And my husband has started singing Diamond Gloss. Yay! I think there's a few of them now. I think maybe we should get all these husbands together and they could form a Miss Jo's all-male Diamond Gloss choir. I think that would be grand. We also had a message from Alana's Nails. She says, love this, honey. This is my bid for Lovers and Haters. I love you, I love you, I love you. Unless you don't show this message, then I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Well, looks like somebody loves me. And let's get one more lover in before we get to our hater. We had, all of us, not just me, we all had, the whole gang. We had a message from HBomb411. The fact that I'm watching a Christmas vid and it's almost Feb shows how much you're loved. That's prepared. That's super prepared. HBomb, I know you wanted to be on Lovers and Haters. I'm sorry I hadn't done it yet. Thank you for watching in my Christmas videos in February. Actually, it's not February, is it? It's still January. What's the date today? I don't know. But that's a nice way to be prepared for Christmas nails this year. So before we do our hater, let's should we talk about the nails for a bit? Why not? We're here. We may as well. I've done some straight lines. I wish I'd have curved these lines a bit more. So done them sort of C shapes on the left and then backward C shapes on the right, just coming down at a bit more of a swoop. I've done some straight lines and now I'm curving the tops and the bottoms of these lines. And this isn't as good as what I wanted it to look like. I did actually do this and did a much better job, but then I f***ed the whole thing up by adding something that I wasn't happy with. So the second one didn't go quite as well. So I would curve those lines as if they were curved. Where was I going with that? And then, as you see, I'm just curling off or rounding out the tops and bottoms so that they're not dead straight lines. I would add some more thinner strokes. I would maybe make some of them not curved at the top and bottom, make them a bit spiky, sort of jaggedy as opposed to rounded. I was kind of going for a one of those, but I don't know if it worked. But yeah, I should have done thinner, wispier lines, but I didn't, and here we are. So I topped the whole thing in matte now because I want the black to be matte. I'm taking bubblegum. This is an optional step because I just wanted to make some of them a bit longer. So I wanted to make the ones in the middle a bit longer to kind of try and redefine the shape of the kiss. But, you know, you don't have to do that if you're happy with how it was. So I cured that, and now I'm topping just over the pink with some Diamond Gloss, of course, and then I'm curing that, and there is our kiss. Yeah, I even considered going up and redoing that nail, but couldn't be asked, so here we are. I'm now taking butterscotch and Au Naturel. I've mixed them together just to create, I don't know, some pasty ass white girl. Yeah. I mixed them. I mean, you could have used either of the shades. There's a lot of sort of nude tones in the Gel Perfection range, but I just fancied mixing some together. So I'm now going to draw this hand. I had kind of looked at a picture, but then didn't kind of pay too much attention. I just figured if the less I think about it, the easier it will be. Does that make sense? I didn't want to overthink this. Just thought, just paint it, okay, and just do it, and then be happy with whatever comes out. I didn't want to try and be too perfect, and we're kind of going for a sort of cartoony look anyway. So I'm painting. I've done the arm and the wrist. And then just sort of coming out at the sides, I noted that on the side where the thumb sticks out, the angle where it joint the wrist was a bit lower than the angle where it comes out on the other side for the pinky. You know? Do you know? I don't know. So I'm just sort of mapping out where the fingers are going to go. I did this one twice. I think I show you both of them because I didn't know which one I preferred. This was the first one I did, and I thought, not happy with it. So I made some changes, but then then preferred this one. So I don't know how that happened. So I'm doing bumps where the knuckles of the fingers will be. This is the back of the hand. And then I've started to do the middle finger going up, but I'm not taking it all the way just yet. Because we're going to add a nail. So then doing another bump, just noting that the knuckles either side of the middle finger are around the same height, and then obviously the pinky one is lower, and then the thumb sort of sticks out from the side. And then doing some of the middle finger, and then I'm going to outline it all with blackout. And I don't know if I get it on camera. I'm not sure if I did, but where I add the nail, it kind of takes over the whole of the tip of the finger. So then I go in and I add a bit more of the butterscotch mix to give the nail like sidewalls, skin either side of it. So it's not just, finger and then a big nail on the end. It does sort of sit in a nail bed. I'm going to cue the outline. Is your dose of giggling Joe. So now I'm adding her nail. I figured this girl would have coffin shaped nails. I don't know why. When I have long nails, I have them coffin shaped. And yeah, so you can see here I've kind of, her sidewalls have just disappeared. So I'm going to add a bit more of that butterscotch mix around the sides and give her some sidewalls, but I don't think I filmed that. So now I've mixed some blackout with the nude mix, just the teeniest, tiniest smidgeroo of blackout to create this that I'm going to use just for shading. I should have looked at a picture here. My famous words that I say in almost every video. It's because I'm watching something on my tablet, which is what I was laughing at just then. And I don't want to stop and find a picture, and I can't be bothered. So I'm adding some shading down the same side of each finger, and then where the thumb sort of folds in, adding it there. And then just some tiny little spots where the knuckles will be, just adding some shading there. And then I think I've just wiped my brush and I'm just sort of spreading it out a little bit so it's not just a big dark blob. I'm adding some knuckle wrinkles. Is that what they're called? Do they have a technical term? I'm sure they do. I don't know what it is. And then just some tiny dashes and dots for the knuckles, and then again some more wrinkles. I do go in a second, add some highlights, so I probably should have waited to do this bit until I'd done the highlights, but I didn't decide to do them until after I'd done them. So I've now added a bit of white to the mix just to make a lighter shade, and I'm just going to add some highlights on the other side, opposite to obviously where we've done the shadows. I don't know if this made any sense, but seemed like the right thing to do at the time. And all the way down that side, and then I think I put some in the middle, just when you're sort of tensing and your veins are popping out and your bones, your hand bones kind of stick out. I think based on films I've seen, like English we do the middle finger differently to how they do in American films. Like in American films, they bend the other fingers but keep the thumb kind of out. This is based on films. Whereas we sort of make a fist, but without that finger. So if this looks wrong and you're in America, then that's why. Okay, it's not my drawing. That's why. I'm giving her some bracelets. Just some kind of, I don't know, black, leathery, beady. Do you remember those bracelets that were called you-know-what-me bracelets? And if someone broke them, then it meant, yeah. So this is the other one. Yeah, no, the other one's crap. The other one's too wide. The other one's awful. So, yeah. Which one do you... Let me know which one you think looks better. They're similar but different. I'm now topping this with shiny, and then oh no, fluff! There was some fluff. So it was support the plan. Wipe that off, get the fluff out, and now I'm topping this with shiny. I did contemplate going back and matting around on the pink, but couldn't be bothered, should I say that? More fluff. Yeah, I just thought we'll do this one all shiny. I should have given her like a matte nail, maybe. That would have been cool. Anyway, so that's that one done. Oh, and here's me. Here, I'm trying to figure out which one I think looks best to add as part of this set. So, yeah. See, that's how we give the finger. And then my hands were like, what's going on? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. It was seriously 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning at this point. And is this the last one? I think so. Oh my goodness, we haven't done the hater yet. Shall we have our hater? Okay, I'm drawing a straight black line and we'll have a hater. So we had this message that says, lovely designs, but the colourful language was not appreciated. Had to stop watching. Had to. Did you though? Did you really? Could you not have just pressed mute? I mean, I beat the Fs. Perhaps you should consider wearing bubble wrap next time you leave the house. I'm now taking super base, and I've done just added a line of it at the top of the black, which we have cured. And I've added some fuchsia crystals, which are from Diamond Glitters, as is this caviar beads wheel. I'm just taking the silver ones and popping those in between them. I spent ages trying to come up with a nice crystal pattern design. I suck at it, so we have a straight line. Creative. I've added a caviar bead at the bottom. I do add 2 at the top, which I did just before I put it in the lamp as an afterthought. And I've cured those. I'm now taking Make It Matte, and I'm going to make sure all my crystals are sealed in, just pushing up and going sort of under and around that caviar bead, because obviously beads are round, so there's only a tiny bit of it that's touching the surface, so making sure to go under that. I've cured the Make It Velvet, or did I say Make It Matte? I meant Make It Velvet. I cured that, and now I'm taking Diamond Gloss and I'm going just over the black lines. So I think all bar the middle finger, as in the hand, the nail with the middle finger on, has got matte and shiny aspects. And that is it. That is all of them. I hope you like them. Let me know if you want to see more anti-Valentine sets. If you did like this, then give it a thumbs up. Apparently that's a good thing to do. And if you think you can bear to listen to me again, then hit that subscribe button. I upload twice a week, and I would love it if you were here for those uploads. Which hand do we think? Left or right? A or B? I think B. Anyway, head over to my community tab to vote for the best time for a live video, depending on your area. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.